Hi guys, it's your girl Me-Anie and our baby Sylar. He's calm, isn't he, compared to a lot of the other videos that you guys see? This is definitely going to be an update on his situation. One of the last videos I did with Sylar, it was me taking him to the vet because he had a little bump on his rear end. I was supposed to take him back that Friday to go get it checked out. Now, the Friday or the Thursday, I think it might have been the Friday. The Friday that I woke up and was getting myself together because his appointment was later in that day, the bump was gone because Sylar either bit it off or he scratched it off. Either way, I don't know how he did it, but he bit the little bump off. So I just decided not to take him in. I called and I canceled the appointment at that time because I didn't want to, take him in without the bump being there and then for them to just be like, see me then and then I pay and then I have to bring him back again when the bump comes back. So I'm just going to monitor that situation for now and just, keep my eye on it and go back if anything else happens. Now, I don't know what it is about this guy, but it seems like he might have like the worst luck and we're always in and out of the hospital and such. So a little bit after Christmas, a few days after, I noticed I went out on the balcony in the morning and I was feeding the birds, and normally when I do that he gets crazy, like he jumps up and all this stuff. I noticed that Sylar wouldn't jump, and the first thing that like flashed into my head was, oh my god, this dog hurt his back again, his back or his leg, because he did that before, and it cleared up. It got better within maybe 3 to 5 days. So the next thing I did was try to give him a treat. And when I give him a treat, actually no, the next thing I did was pat my chest. Whenever I pat my chest, Sylar jumps up, lands in my chest. I hold him, so he jumps up and I catch him. He wouldn't even do that. So I gave him a treat. When I gave him his treat, he wouldn't get up on his hind legs for his treat. So automatically I knew that he was hurt in some way, and I need to really watch what I was doing with him. So sure enough, I noticed throughout the day that when he was walking, he walked with like a little arch in his back. Kind of like, when you startle a cat, how they like prance up in the back, get really arched. That's how he was walking the entire time. So I couldn't really see if it was like his left leg or his right leg to the back. I couldn't figure it out. But he was definitely in pain when I pick him up, or if he tried to come up the steps from, going to the bathroom, he would cry out. So the very next day, which was Sunday morning, I decided to take him to the vet. So I took him over to my vet. They were no help. They told me, I had to go to the emergency room. Long story short, I took Sylar to the emergency room on Sunday. They did some tests and everything like that. Gave him a little bit of a sedative so that he can go to sleep. When I took him in, Sylar wasn't able to sit down. He was having issues sitting down because his legs were hurting so bad. So when he tried to sit down, it became uncomfortable to where he just stood up. So I told him all that information, and I took him in. They did x-rays. When they gave me back the information, they told me that he has something called disc disease. And when they did the x-rays on him, they could see that he had a little space in between his lower vertebrae, and it was a bit calcified, meaning that there was calcium building up in that space. So they gave me a muscle relaxer, inflammatory medicine, antacid, and also, what else did they give me? Painkillers, because he was in some pain. So they gave me those 4 things to give to him throughout the day, 12 hours, every 12 hours, to give to this poor little baby because he was in so much pain. Now, I was so scared when I got home because my thing was I went in with a dog that couldn't sit down. When I came out the next day, I came out with a dog that couldn't stand up. Like, I have the videos and I'm going to try to include it in this for you. My poor baby could not stand up. I mean, I was crying. I was hysterical.
I was escalated with each attack. We've been working up to something to cover her face, causing asphyxiation. Tape marks. So I'd say an airtight substance, maybe a plastic bag. On her wrist, from 30-gauge rope. The severe abrasions occurred shortly before death. She fought harder when she couldn't breathe.
If you guys remember the posts that were on Instagram, like I was going through it because knowing him, he is full of life. Like this dog has a personality. Like you would think this freaking dog is human. He is crazy. Anyhow, I was just really upset because I went in with a dog that couldn't sit down. I came out with a dog that couldn't stand. Like he couldn't even control his legs. So the following day, I had to take him back into my vet for a follow-up. And they basically told me the same thing. They told me, you know, make sure that I keep him in a crate, a confined area. Make sure that I'm giving him the medicine just so he doesn't get agitated and hurt himself any more than, you know, what's already going on. So they just told me make sure I'm watching him. And if it doesn't get better within the next few days, then the only other option would be surgery. And I cried because I cannot imagine putting this guy through surgery at all. And it just broke me down. And then they told me, like, you know, the surgery would cost anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. I'm not real. Are you drooling on me? What's that? I'm not really worried about it, but it broke me down more or less. So once again, when I left the vet, his situation got even worse. So I went from a dog that couldn't sit down to a dog that couldn't stand up to a dog that couldn't walk. Like he was dragging his hind legs. It was so bad. He was walking like he was in a battlefield. You know how in the drills they'll be on their arms and they'll be pulling their legs? This is how my baby was, I promise you. Come on, let's walk. Get up. Come on. You can do it. Oh, man. If I explained this to anyone and they didn't see him before, like they would think I was either lying or exaggerating. That's how fast the process like got bad, and now it's actually getting a little bit better. He couldn't like raise his leg when he went to pee, so poor dog was like pissing all over his feet when he went outside. He didn't go potty for 48 hours because he couldn't position himself in a way to poop because his legs were so like hurting him so bad. But he's getting better. He now he's able to lift his leg to go pee, so that's good. I know that he's still in some pain because he tried to jump on my bed and he screamed out in pain, so that's not good. But the most I can do right now is try to keep him comfortable, try to, you know, do what they tell me as far as keeping him confined. So when I leave the house, I do kind of like put him in his crate. I actually bought a kennel. And then if I have him out overnight, I position my cushions on the end of the couch so he can't try to jump up there. But that's just an update on Sylar. Like, he went from totally perfect normal dog to dog that can't sit down, to dog that can't stand up, to dog that can't walk and was dragging himself, and now it's like gradually getting back. So I thank everyone on Instagram for, you know, all the prayers and everything that you guys sent out for him, because he's like family, and I do really appreciate all of it. Like, the response was just immense. Even my neighbor that has the little white dog that Sylar loves, she checked on me yesterday, and she saw him the day that he couldn't walk, and it was so heartbreaking. But she checked on him last night, and he's doing much better. So I just wanted to show you guys that Sylar is coming around. Sy guy, Sylar, look, let them see your face. He's still a little bit calm. He's like such a big baby. He's still like really calm. He's not fully hype yet, and that's okay. I don't want him to do anything to like strain his back and make it worse. That's it, guys. So hopefully I got a chance to include the little clips and whatnot so you guys can see what the situation was with him. We are going to go relax some more. Right, baby? All right. Bye, guys.